The Republican convention did its very best to shove the right-wing roadmap to a second Trump term, Project 2025, into a dungeon. But even if it wasn't mentioned, the subtext of it was everywhere in the ideas presented on stage. Donald Trump even name-checked an official with ties to Project 2025.
The invasion at our southern border, we will stop it, and we will stop it quickly. You heard Tom Homan yesterday. Tom Homan, put him in charge and just sit back and watch.
Who is this Tom Homan that Trump says we should just sit back and watch? Well, he's a former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement during the Trump administration. He's been referred to as the intellectual father of the family separation policy. Homan spoke Wednesday night, but didn't go quite as far as what he said in the events in the lead up to the convention.
They ain't seen yet. Wait till 2025. Trump comes back in January, I'll be on his heels coming back, and I will run the biggest deportation operation this country's ever seen. No one's off the table. If you're in the country legally, it's not okay. If you're in the country legally, you better be looking over your shoulder.
First of all, let's not gloss over the horrific cruelty of what he said. But also, we should point out that that second part was at the Heritage Foundation Policy Fest on the sidelines of the convention this week in Milwaukee. The same Heritage Foundation behind Project 2025. Homan is a visiting fellow at Heritage. And he's even listed in the Project 2025 manual as a contributor. So just because you didn't hear the words Project 2025, there were tells all over the convention: the mass deportations, drill baby drill, anti-LGBTQ policies, and open transphobia, things that are wildly unpopular outside of that arena, which is probably why a Trump senior advisor insisted again on Thursday that the Trump campaign doesn't have anything to do with the project written by 31 people who had roles in Trump's administration.
They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So because they change, the issues that are going to win us this campaign are not the issues that they want to talk about.
Donald Trump's meandering, nonsensical, Fidel Castro-like speech last night didn't give the impression that Trump knows what those issues are either. I mean, it's not like Grampy, the retired vaudeville showman, is some sort of policy guru. So it begs the question, what would it mean to have a president in office who is that far gone cognitively, that much in his own world? Because Trump's incoherence about everything suggests that MAGA bureaucrats like Tom Homan would be completely empowered. Trump said so himself, letting the worst of Project 2025 and its dark vision of America run amok. A dark vision exactly in line with the dystopia of making America great once again that was presented at that convention. And that's coming up next.